Hey folks, welcome back here to Hagster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And today we've got, I believe the last car we did was a Camaro, and this is a 1971 model. So we'll give you kind of the basics about the car here before I start my walk around on it. That way you've got a good idea of what we have here as far as drive line and all the options and so forth. But then, like I said, we are going to walk around, show you some of the features here on this beautiful car. So again, it is a 1971 Chevrolet Camaro. It is a true SS, and it is done in the correct Mulsanne blue. This would be your factory color here on the car. It does have the black stripes up over the hood as well as back on the rear deck lid. And as you can see, we've got a Cowl induction hood here. Now this particular one here, this is a 3-inch Cowl induction hood. As far as the drive line goes on the car, underneath this hood, we do in fact have a 396 cubic inch big block Chevrolet motor. It is not the numbers match motor, but nonetheless big block power under this hood. As far as transmission goes, you've got a good stout Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission, and yes, that's the one that they call the rock crusher transmission. Very good sturdy transmission. And then for the rear end, we've got the GM 10 bolt. It is an open diff, but it's got the 350 gearing in it with the bigger ring gear in it, also having the 8.5-inch ring gear. It is a power steering car as well as power brakes, and it is disc brakes up front, drums out on the back, and it's been outfitted with a nice set of aftermarket wheels, these being the Rev 5-spoke aluminum wheels here, 17-inch diameter, and then they've gone ahead and wrapped those wheels with some these would be the general G-Max tires here. Sizes on these are going to be 225 50 17s up front, and then a 245 45 17 out on the back. So let's start our walk around here. Like I said, we'll just try to point out some of the things here as we go around. Now first and foremost, and we'll see this a lot better when we get to the very front of the car, it is a split bumper car. Again, a very sought after feature or option for this particular vehicle is that split bumper. You got your side marker lights up front. Of course, you got the amber lenses on the back. You've got the red lenses, and those lenses are all in great shape. They've gone with a really clean look here as far as the wheel lips go here. We have no moldings there, no bright work on those wheel lips to really accent it at all, but it still looks very, very nice and clean here. We've got the SS 396 badges here on the front fender also, and again, like I said, that is exactly what's underneath our hood. When we come back to our doors, again, what we always check on these cars are going to be our elevations, our gaps, and so forth. You can see the gaps to the back side and the front side of our door, pretty uniform here, pretty even front to back. And as far as the elevations go in comparison to the fender and the quarter panels, everything looks good on this car. Everything lines up, body lines all match up too. Now this car does have the dual mirrors on it, so we've got both our driver's side and our passenger side mirrors, both body color, and of course our driver's side is going to be the remote adjust. It's got the little stick inside there, so you can adjust that without having to roll the window down. As far as our glass goes, slightly tinted glass here on the sides of the car here. No chips or cracks anywhere on the glass. The little bit of bright work that you do see up along the top edge of the door and your door handle all look really good here as far as the car goes. Now let's go ahead and open our door up. We're going to take a look at the interior and everything else, you know, that we can from the inside out here. So you can see all black interior, front bucket seats, got the rear bench seat back there, seat belts on all four. Again, going to be nice and safe there with those. The dash, you've got the aluminum dash bezel in there, factory gauges in the dash, and then of course you've got the aftermarket tachometer there, as well as down below you've got an aftermarket oil pressure and water temperature temperature gauge. Also an aftermarket AM FM CD player down there, and it does have a set of 6x9 speakers in the package tray. You've got a nice fitting console down there. That's actually not a Camaro console. I believe that was out of I want to say a 65 Chevelle, but the trim on it looks great, fits really nice, and again it houses that 4-speed shifter in there very, very nicely. Carpeting in this car looks really nice, no rips, tears, or fading. Door panels on this car are in really good shape here. Again, as you can see, it does have that remote adjust mirror over there. Again, the panels themselves are in great shape, and the armrest pads are in really good shape too on the car. Same thing with all your seat upholstery too, no rips or tears there. The other thing is our weather strips and seals. So seals all the way up around the top edge of our door here all look very good, no rips or tears anywhere. And as we come out here to the door, you can see our weather stripping down the side of the door there. We've got our decal there, and we've got our rubber bump stops there also, so that is all very nice. We'll close this up. Again, that shuts very nice there. Quarter panels are nice and straight. Our rear glass in the car here, again, slightly tinted here, and the trim work around there is all in good shape. No dents or dings there. It's all attached nice and secure. And then we come back to our trunk, and you can see the stripes that continue over onto the rear deck lid. You've got that 3-piece spoiler back here, and it's the taller spoiler. Nice look for the 71 Camaros here, which again, those stripes do continue onto that spoiler. The actual tail panel of the car, all blacked out, looks very nice. The chrome on the bumper, very nice finish here. There's no dents or dings anywhere, no scratches, you know, no pitting whatsoever on the rear bumper. That all looks good, as well as do the lenses here on our taillights. There's no chips or cracks in the taillight lenses. Again, that all looks very, very nice. Now let's go ahead and grab our keys. We're going to go inside the trunk and take a look at how that looks. So first, the key does in fact work the lock. If we raise our trunk lid up, you can see the hinges and the spring all doing what they should. Underside of the trunk lid done the same Mulsanne blue as the rest of the exterior of the car. And as far as our weather stripping or our seals around the trunk here, again, all in really nice shape here. All attached, secure, no rips or tears, very soft, meets right together in the center. And as far as the trunk floor itself, good and solid here, all done in the black and the white spatter paint there. But like I said, there's no patching whatsoever. Nice solid trunk floor, as well as the rain gutters or your water channels back here. Again, everything's solid, everything's straight, and that's going to direct any kind of water you come in contact with straight out the back of the car, and you're not going to have to worry about it getting inside the trunk. So let's close this up. Again, that shuts nice and easy. Again, gaps and elevations on the trunk lid all look good. Gaps pretty uniform all the way around. And like I said, the elevations, when you compare it to your rear quarter panels, line up very, very well. As far as the passenger side of the car now, we look up along the side, looks pretty straight the whole way from back to front here. And then again, we've got our lenses here for our side marker lights. No chips or cracks anywhere there. Those look good. Got all our wheels and tires that we've already been over, all of that stuff. So we'll come up here to our door on the passenger side, check our gaps here on the door to the back side, as well as to the front side here. Not too bad here. Elevations, again, really good here in comparison to the quarters and the fenders. And then again, our little bit of bright work that we do have here along the top edge of the door, as well as our door handles, are all really good condition. I've already mentioned the mirrors, but again, here is our passenger side mirror. Glass in those mirrors are all in good shape. Same thing with the glass here. No chips or cracks anywhere in this glass. So again, that's all in really nice shape. Let's open this door up and take a look at our interior from the passenger side now. Again, just to get you a good overall view, you'll see the Camaro, the sport style wheel there with the nice foam grips there. It's going to be really comfortable to hold on to while you're driving. And again, you'll just check out the condition of all the upholstery, the actual dash pad itself. There's no cracks in that anywhere. So again, just the overall condition of the interior is really, really nice. Even the seat belts all look good in it. And again, you'll see the door panel now on the passenger side of the car. Kind of the same thing as what we had over there. It's all in really nice shape. The armrest pad, there's no rips or tears there, no showing signs of any wear and tear on it. And again, all of our weather stripping down the doors, the bump stops, as well as the seals up around the top edge of the door frame, all are in good shape. So we'll close this and we'll walk our way to the front now. Again, we've got our matching SS396 badges here on the front fender. We come up now to the nose of the car, and we'll have a couple of things here to go over. So first and foremost, like I mentioned, a very popular option on these Camaros was the split bumper option. So you can see nothing goes in front of the grille. Very nice, clean look. No pitting in the chrome on these bumpers here. No cracks or anything like that. The headlights, again, a very nice look on this car here. Traditional sealed beam unit, glass lenses, no chips or cracks in the lenses. And again, you got your parking light lamps up here too, which are all in great shape. The grille up here, all in good condition. There's no cracks or anything broken in the grille. That looks good. Got the SS badging there right in the center. And if we look all the way down to the bottom, we can see that our Camaro does in fact have that black front air dam. Now if we come to the top now, we'll see more so that hood there, the 3-inch steel Cowl induction hood. Gaps all the way around the hood are very uniform on both sides as well as on the front. Our glass in the windshield looks incredible as far as the windshield goes. No chips or cracks in the windshield here. Again, slightly tinted with a little bit more so up on top there to help with that sunlight there whenever you are out driving. Now let's get down to, I guess, the business here, business end of the car, and that would be the engine compartment. So we're gonna go ahead and get this opened up here. There we go. So first, the hood release works. The latches, those all function as they should. Hinges and springs all work as they should too. They're holding that big 3-inch Cowl induction hood up there just fine. So again, all of that is working, you know, completely fine. As far as the engine compartment itself, all done here in the black. And then we've got our motor that we can go over now with you. So as I said, it is a 396 cubic inch big block Chevrolet motor. So you're going to have lots of torque there with that big block motor. Starting from the top, kind of working our way down, we've got the chrome air filter lid and base, a nice new element there for the filter. Underneath that, we've got an Edelbrock 1411 4-barrel carburetor, and it does have the electric choke there. It also has the aluminum intake there to help with air and fuel delivery. And as far as the ignition system goes, it has been upgraded to the HEI ignition system. So you got the nice distributor there in the back, a very nice set of Excel super stock 8mm plug wires there. And again, those plug wires all have the boots on them there for the heat protection when they get close to the headers like they are. Got a nice set of chrome valve covers there. They are embossed there with the Chevrolet and the bow tie logos there. They do include the breathers and PC valve so that everything is vented properly. And as far as the headers go for the exhaust, we've got a set of Hedman headers. These are long tube headers, 2-inch pipes on these 2-inch tubes, and then those they run into a set of 2.5-inch exhaust pipes all the way back through to a nice set of Flowmaster mufflers back there. So again, the sound on this car is going to be very, very good. Nice deep throaty sound, just like any of the Flowmaster mufflers are. That's just kind of their characteristic, but again, it's a nice sounding motor too. Now this particular car, as I mentioned, it is a power steering and power brake car. So with the power steering, you will see the reservoir down here. All of your belts and stuff all look to be in good shape. power brakes. It is disc brakes up front, drums on the rear, and just pretty much all GM components. So whenever you're looking to replace things, you'll just be able to go to your local auto parts store and grab those components. Radiator's all in good condition here. Radiator hose is both top and bottom, all in good shape. Hose clamps are all good. No leaks or drips anywhere here. All your heater lines are all plumbed nice and leak free too. Looks like an aluminum water pump there too for you. So again, all of this is in very nice shape. Got the chrome fender supports there too for you, just to kind of help dress things up a little bit. So that's under the hood. And then like I said, it does have that Muncie M22 4-speed manual transmission along with the GM 10-bolt rear, 350 gear in that rear end, in that differential. So with that, pretty much what I always tell you guys to do out there is, depending on where you're watching this video from, always make sure that you can get over to our company website. It's hanksters.com. Check us out there. Again, you're going to see upwards of 100 photos of this car all the way around, inside, outside, underneath, all of that, along with the video that you're viewing. You're also going to see all of the options and all the details, the description about this car. You're going to see the retail pricing, the fact that it does include free enclosed shipping with anywhere within the contiguous 48 states, as well as it includes our Hanksters 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's in the full retail price now. And if you're interested to see exactly how that warranty works, definitely hit us up by phone, email, or text. We'll be glad to go over that with you if you would ever need to use it. It's a very simple process to go through. Again, financing, we have that available to us. We work with several classic and collectible car specialty lenders. So again, if that's something that you would like to check out in aiding with your purchase of your muscle car, just hit us up with that too. Any questions about that? It's real simple. Send us in an application. We'll get it over to the lenders, and then they'll reach out to you and let you know what they have to offer. And then, like I said, the shipping, if you pay full retail price for the car, that is included, the enclosed shipping to anywhere within the 48 contiguous states. With that said, if you give us just a few moments now, we're going to go through, close this up, get it back on our lift, and then we'll meet back up with you in just a few, and we'll go through the complete underside with you next. Welcome back, folks, here with Hanksters here. We are back in our shop. We've got our 71 Camaro up on our lift so that we can go through this car front to back, just as we always do with all of our vehicles, and show you exactly what kind of components that we have underneath here, and kind of go over all the condition of everything that we see here. So starting at the front of the vehicle, of course, on the Camaro, we've got that black front air dam here. So again, all of our mounting hardware is all in, all good and secure, and there are no splits or cracks in that air dam. It is all in good shape underneath here. Next thing we always check out underneath these cars, and that is the bottom side of the radiator. In this particular car, no leaks, no drips anywhere at the radiator, nothing at the drain petcock, and nothing either over at the lower radiator hose. So all of your hose clamps, hoses are in good shape. Bottom of the radiator leak free, and it does in fact have that full fan shroud on the car too, and it is all good and secure, and it's all intact. It's not split or cracked nowhere around the actual fan shroud itself. Next then we get into the front suspension and the steering and so forth. So on this particular car, we do in fact have a 7/8 front sway bar there. We've got the sway bar bushings here at the frame, as well as our sway bar end links, and all the bushings in the car are in really nice shape. There's no splits or cracks in any of the bushings, so that should keep this front end nice and tight and help the handling on the car tremendously. As far as the rest of the suspension, pretty much all the stock standard stuff that you would expect for a Camaro. Your front cross member is nice and straight all the way across. No dents or dings, so it doesn't look like that's ever been touched with anything. And then of course all of our A-arms, the control arms up front here. So your uppers and lowers all look to be in good shape on this car. It's just your stamped steel components. Ball joints have all been checked over on both sides, tops and bottoms. And then as far as the steering goes, we do have power steering on this car. So we can always check the steering box, the pitman arm, drag link, and tie rods along with tie rod ends. And again, this stuff goes through an extensive inspection whenever it goes through our shop here. So we check all that stuff out, and all the ball joints, all the tie rod ends, those are all in good condition here on this particular car. And then brakes, power brakes on this vehicle to help it stop. We've got disc brakes up front, drums out on the rear. And as far as those disc brakes go up front, everything looks to be just your typical GM components, which makes it very easy whenever it comes to replacing any of your consumable items, your brake pads, your rotors and such. You can usually just go to your, any of your local auto parts stores and pick those parts up pretty easy. And then as far as the wheels and the tires go, we've got ourselves a set of 17-inch Rev aluminum 5-spoke wheels. Very nice look for this car, as you already have seen from our walk around. And then we've got a set of General G-Max tires here on the front. Treads in excellent condition on these things. And then as far as the sizes on the front go, 225, 50 R17s here. So again, nice tire. It's going to hug the road nice, and again with the sway bar and so forth on the front end, should handle really, really nice. If we come in towards the center of the car now, we can start to talk about our drive line here on the car. Basically everything here is from the underside perspective. We want to look at our oil pan on the motor. Again, this is that 396 cubic inch big block Chevrolet motor. Oil pan is in nice shape here, no dents or dings anywhere, and the oil pan gaskets and seals all doing what they should be, and that is sealing everything up. So there are no leaks anywhere around that oil pan, no leaks at the back side of the oil pan, and no leaks at the drain plug. The transmission here, this is that Muncie M22 transmission. 4-speed manual. It does in fact have the cover on the front to help protect that flywheel. And of course, all of your, any area that you have gaskets and seals, everything has been sealed up very nice on this transmission. There are no leaks whatsoever anywhere here, including at the very back where your output shaft seal is. Again, that's where that slip yoke slides in from your drive shaft. That is all in good shape. Transmission cross member in very good condition, along with the transmission mount as well. And before we get too awfully far back here on the car, we want to call out our exhaust system. Obviously you can see that all the way back through the car. It starts here with a nice set of Hedman 2-inch long tube headers here. Those empty out into a dual set of 2.5-inch exhaust pipes all the way back to your Flowmaster mufflers. And then of course this does have tailpipes on it as well that exit out between the leaf spring and the rear quarters, of which we'll get a little better shot of here in just a moment. If we come back a little further to look at our frame and the floors, of course on the Camaro we've got the subframe, but again this is all nice and straight, good and square underneath here. Body mounts themselves look to be in good shape. Pinch welds and rockers on both sides are nice and straight. Rockers are good and solid on this car too. The floors look to be in really good shape here. I do not see any patching underneath here. Looks like they did put maybe possible like a heat shield right above the headers here, the collectors. Other than that, everything looks really good underneath here. Good and solid floors, brake lines, fuel lines, all of that stuff has all been nicely routed along the bottom of the floors here. And it does have all the emergency brake cables all hooked up, plumbed all the way back to the rear drum brakes, and all functional as well. As we come back here now, the drive shaft itself. Drive shaft is, let's feel around here. I want to make sure that I'm telling you the right thing here. I believe This might be an aluminum drive shaft here from what I can tell here. That keeps rotating mass down on the car. As far as universals on it, again, same thing as with our ball joints and all that stuff, bushings. Those are all checked out very extensively to make sure those are no binding in them, all very, lubricated up and all functioning as they should be, and allowing that drive shaft to spin nice and free. The pinion itself, the pinion seal, no leaks or drips anywhere there. So again, that is all in good shape. And we do have that 10-bolt GM rear end here. It is an open diff, 350 gearing in there, and it does have the bigger ring and pinion in it though. The ring gear in it, 8.5-inch ring gear. So again, that's going to be good and stout for you. As far as accepting the power from that big block Chevy motor back there. Now, as far as the back wheels and tires go, same wheel combination back here, that same 5-spoke Rev aluminum wheel back here with the general G-Max tires, but the size on the tires are a little different back here. We've got a 245/45/17 on the rears here, so a little taller, a little wider back here. Tread is in excellent condition on these as well. Looks to be a really good tire for on the road, good for handling and so forth for a car like this. Now, as far as the rest of the rear suspension goes on the car, of course, we've got the multi-leaf rear suspension. You do have the coilover springs up here too with the shocks and so forth. Again, with your differential cover back here, that is all nice and dry. The fuel tank, nice and dry with all the fuel lines all the way back to it. The tank itself is in great shape here. As we can see, there's no dents or dings anywhere in that tank. All of your mounting hardware, the straps and so forth, those are all in good shape too. And as I had mentioned to you earlier there about the exhaust system on this car, we do have the tailpipes there, nicely bent up over top of the rear end, and of course exiting out between that leaf spring and the rear quarter panel to get the exhaust out the back of the car. Now, one more item to go over as far as the suspension goes on this car, and that is this car does have a set of the CalTracs traction bars here. Again, these things are easily adjustable. They got these nice spherical rod ends on them. You loosen up your jam nuts, just spin your rod, and you can very easily adjust those and then lock them back down by tightening those jam nuts back up. So that is pretty much it for underneath the 71 Camaro here. Very nice car, as we can see from the underside and from our walk around. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is get this down off the lift, go underneath the hood so we can fire that big block motor up. Before we do that though, again, let me just remind you a couple of those questions that people always ask, and that would be financing and shipping. Those are kind of the two biggest ones. We do address these on our website at hanksters.com, but again, financing, if that is something that interests you, then we definitely can help you out there. We work very closely with several classic and collectible specialty car lenders, so we can definitely keep things moving for you as far as that goes. And then the shipping also, we ship all of our cars enclosed. If you pay the full retail, you're going to get that included with that, as long as you're within the 48 contiguous states. Anyways, that is the Camaro from the underside. Let's get this down, go underneath the hood, get it fired up so you can hear the big block Chevy rumble.